Building mentality number 5. And this is arguably the most important one. Builders do not hang with destroyers. I'm going to say that again. Builder mentality number 5. Builders do not hang out with destroyers. We're going to read about this in the scriptures because I know a lot of you, still on Christianity, come as you are, live how you live. That's not in the scriptures, okay? Now, of course, our job as shepherds is to love and have a care for everybody. But remember, when you are prudent, you are being discerning. When you are sagacious, you are discriminating between, okay, who amongst us is endued with wisdom and who amongst us maybe should not be put over this respective office. These were attributes that Hiram said was honorable. All right. So now that we read in Proverbs 22, notice how Solomon says this. Okay. Again, wisdom, the wisest man in all the earth prior to Christ is telling you something. Might be good to take notes. Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 29.
Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 29. Seest thou a man diligent in his business?
See a man that's skilled in what he does? Read.
He shall stand before kings.
Come on.
He shall not stand before mean men.
You see that? Builders don't hang with destroyers. That's the prophecy. Now, what's the litmus test for this? Joseph was diligent in his business. Would you agree?
I would agree.
Very wise man. He stood next to Pharaoh, who was king of Egypt.
That's right.
A literal king. He was going to stand amongst kings, right? David was noted by Hiram as being a wise man that was filled with prudence. David was wise, wouldn't you agree?
I'd agree.
David was chosen to stand before Saul when Saul was righteous. So we can see in the scriptures times in which men with the spirit of building were in the presence of men that were powerful and mighty just like them. You don't read times in which some of the greatest builders on the face of the earth wanted to be around some of the most slothful people on the face of the earth all day. Now, you might have passed them in passing. You might have exchanged a conversation. But there's a reason why the scripture says, seest thou a man diligent in his business? Meaning, if you physically see this type of a person that's at the top of their game, more than likely, you're going to see this person standing beside another builder when you see them.
Right.
You are not going to see this person when you see them around a destroyer.
What's that wise saying from the world? Show me your 5 friends.
There we go.
Go ahead and hit that one for me.
There we go. They got a saying in life. Tell me who your 5 closest friends are, and I will tell you who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the problem. All of us want to be builders, right? But sometimes in our lives, we allow ourselves to get right next to a destroyer. You are not discriminate or discreet about who you allow in your social space. So quite naturally, if your 5 closest friends, the 5 closest people to you, are destroyers, you're going to be the 6th. Don't expect to hang around 5 destroyers. You give them all your time, your energy, your entire day, and then wonder why others see you as destructive as a person. It may not be you yourself that is a destroyer, a destructive person yet. But the habits of destructive people are now rubbing off on you. Show me who your 5 closest friends are, and I'm going to show you who you are. That's the reason why Solomon said, if you see a man as diligent in his business, he's going to stand amongst kings. Why? Because he has enough prudence to understand, if I'm not among the wise and discerning, I'm going to be a mean man just like the person I used to be. I'm going to revert back to my old ways based upon who I have in my association. See, I don't know about y'all, but I could tell you for myself personally, growing up in South Central Los Angeles, My mom used to always tell me when I was growing up as Anaya, don't get too caught up with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
I used to want to go out all type of day and all types of night. You know how your parents would tell you to be in before the street lights is on? I would be up and down the street playing football, tag. We had a game in L.A. called Drive-By, where if the car drove down the street, you hurry up and jump over a fence to see if you could stop from getting hit with the drive-by. You would play all these games with your friends. And I would come in the house, and I'd be telling my mom all about my friends. Oh, man, mom, friend such and such, man. This dude's so cool. Man, oh, man, friend such and such. He's so this and he's so that. And you know, my mom and many parents, a lot of times that are well-intentioned, as a child, you look at them like a killjoy. And you say, well, man, why aren't they as excited about my friends as I am?
Right.
And one thing that my mom told me was, son, just because we grew up here doesn't mean that this is where you're going to end up. And just because these are your friends today doesn't mean that they're going to be your friends tomorrow. When it comes down to it in your life, you would be extremely fortunate to have 5 true friends in your life. And just know this, if you ever try to grow and try to be able to ascend in your life and get to the next level, some of those friends are not going to be a good fit for you. And quite naturally, I'm saying as a child, oh, my mama don't know what she's talking about. Oh, she just trying to rain on my parade. Oh, she doesn't understand. And then I went to college. And I realized in going to college that I had to live a different lifestyle in order to graduate from college that a lot of my boys from the block couldn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
See, there was no University of South Central Los Angeles. I'm going off to another location now in order to be effective in school. And I'm having to change my ways and make a transition. But guess what? As I'm making this transition in my life, my friends are not making it with me. And now we're going in 2 different paths, 2 different goals. I still got boys right now in L.A. pushing 40 years old, still living at their mama's house.
Mm.
I got, and I'm talking about, I got boys, and we never had no issue. And I don't even mean what I'm saying right now in the spirit of disrespect. I still dap them up as soon as I see them. They're still my man from afar. They're still my man, but they got like, okay, you have multiple kids, but you're still occupying one room out of your mother's apartment. Like, bro, when are you going to get your own spot? And I'm saying, I'm talking about brothers with jobs, Azaniah. So you're working a job, but you're so accustomed to the nurturing of your mother, you don't even want to get out and have your own. You still want to be breastfed by your mother in a figurative sense to where you cannot stand on your own 2 feet. Okay, yo, man, I love you, bruh. You're my guy. I look out for you. But, yo, our lives are going in 2 different places. I envision something different than whatever it is that you see in your life journey. Okay? Tell me who your friends are, and I'm going to tell you who you are. Okay?